Well, I think as a country, we're at a very difficult stage in relation to our education system. Obviously, there are many positive things going on, but there are also some very worrying things. We're seeing more and more children out of school. We're seeing an increase in separate provision, whereas much of the rest of the world is going in a different direction. And the colleagues who have been at this conference today, in many ways, are the pathfinders. They are the kind of agents of change to help the system to move forward. And it can be quite an isolated job, even though they're surrounded by colleagues. And I think the chance to come to an event like this, not just to hear speakers, but also to share ideas with their colleagues informally and formally in the session. So I think it's absolutely crucial that this kind of event takes place. I would hope that people who've been here today will go away reinforce the view that their work is very important. It may be that in terms of the seniority of their school, they may not be seen as the most senior people, but as I say, they are kind of agents for change. And I think the chance to hear what other people are doing and to learn from their successes, but also to share their challenges, I think is very helpful. And hopefully the speakers are bringing ideas from elsewhere. I mean, I obviously in my talk today, I talked about international developments. And what I was trying to explain to people, this is not just about what's happening in England. The issue of inclusion and equity is a global agenda, and the United Nations organisations are creating a big policy change around inclusion and equity, and in many senses our country is falling behind. There are other countries here in Europe as well that are making great progress. To some extent, I feel if we're not stuck, we might even be going backwards. So giving these people a chance to reinforce their importance, to make them realise that what they're doing is of significance, and the chance to think aloud and share ideas, I think is absolutely crucial. I think networking is very important because people are, even though they're working in crowded workplaces of the school, the particular job they do means if they're not very careful, they are rather isolated. So I would hope that from a day to day like this, as well as the sharing during the day, it will create networks. I mean, we can use the internet now so easily with emails and so on, and social media and so on. I hope that there will be continuing network. People need to feel they're part of a wider community of people who are struggling with the same challenges. I think seeing the idea as being about leadership is quite distinctive. I applaud whoever decided that today, because the folks who were doing these kind of roles perhaps didn't realise they had a leadership role to play. So the emphasis that's been placed this morning, for example, on the importance of leadership, I think is really rather significant. So I hope this will continue.